Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. In this video, I have some wrapping up at camp, life at camp footage for you as Wynston and I get ready to get back to the valley for a brief 72-hour stint. And I'm also going to talk a little bit further about my fridge issue because I've come to an interesting conclusion. And I know it's been confusing, but I'm going to let you guys know kind of what I found out and what I think is actually going on with my refrigerator. I'm also going to be briefly touching on my YouTube meetup that I will be hosting in Quartzsite, Arizona in January. And I know that that sounds like forever away, but y'all, we are in the middle of October already. It's going to be here before we know it. I don't have all the details, but I just want to mention a couple of things. So like this video, and if you are new here, be sure to subscribe. Let's get started. It's about 3 p.m. on this windy day. I've gotten a lot of my stuff put away or ready to put away. It's actually really nice out right now, despite the wind. Wynston brought me a really icky piece of poop earlier that he buried up from an animal, so he dropped it for me and left it like a good boy, and picked it up with a paper towel, threw it away, and I traded him a smart bone as a reward for giving the icky thing to mom. So he is enjoying that. He's gotten a lot of rest today in his playpen. I cleaned up my sink. My faucet actually died, so I'm charging that. The last thing I will do tonight, this is how ADHD I am. I was cleaning out my purse and then I decided I would start filming. So the last thing I will do tonight is put away the rug, my chair, and his playpen. Yellow Wolf did head out. She left to get a bunch of stuff done in Flagstaff. She's going to take her time getting down south to Sierra Vista. Justin's all packed up with his bike, attached his trailer, so we will both hit the road in the morning, and I will spend the next 3 days in town getting all my stuff done, waiting on my Amazon packages, and resetting. While I'm getting my rooftop box packed up, I wanted to give you guys a quick update. So Maddie fixed it after it broke a couple months ago. It's funny, actually, we were at this campsite when it broke. But he fixed it inside and outside, and it is still holding up really well. So yay for the Tinker King. Ooh, y'all, it's gonna be cold tonight, but I am prepared. So this down blanket from Get Out Gear, I have 2 of them. It says that they keep you 15 degrees warmer. Yeah, they ain't lying. I reviewed this. It turns into a poncho, actually. I reviewed these last season. Obsessed, worth the money. I have 2 of them, so that's been keeping me and Kiddo warm. But also, Yellow Wolf gifted me with some super cozy pajamas, some jammies. So I'm going to wear that tonight. And wouldn't you know, it's 5:30 and chilly, but Wynston wants to be outside. So I covered him with some blankies, and he is cozy. We just ate dinner, but I'll get him in a little bit when I feel like it's getting too cold. And it does get dark early, so we have our Diamondbacks game to watch tonight. Camp is all packed up, so we can head out tomorrow. I'm back at my home base, and I'm starting to think that the issue I've been having with my Set Power fridge isn't a fridge issue at all. I'm starting to think that my Vitomin that I have plugged into my wall right now is actually shutting off overnight because it's like my fridge isn't drawing a ton of power, so it's like going into some sort of safe mode or something, and it's shutting off. So right now I'm getting it charged up to full. Overnight, I'm gonna run this fridge. And when I tested my Set Power on the Vitomin in my driveway last week, it never shut off. And I think it's because it was warmer, so the compressor was running, drawing more power from the Vitomin constantly. So tonight I'm going to run this fridge on the Vitomin, see if it shuts off. If it doesn't, I'm starting to think that it's the Vitomin that's shutting itself off to go into like a safety mode, and there's no way of turning it off. So more experimenting is happening. Okay, so it's the next morning. This fridge did not turn off last night, nor did the Vitomin, and it is sitting in my garage where it's warmer, so I'm guessing that the compressor was running more frequently and the Vitomin didn't feel the need to go into, like, to shut off, to go into safe mode or whatever it's doing. So I think I've come to the conclusion that it's not the set power fridge that's shutting off. It's actually the Vitomin that's shutting off, causing the fridge to turn off. So yeah, that's kind of a pain in the butt. I don't like that feature about this power station. So I realize all the fridge stuff might be really confusing. If you've been watching my videos over the past couple weeks, you know that I've been having issues with my set power fridge shutting off in the night. At first I thought it was the fridge, but it was weird that it was just shutting off at night. So now I think that it's either the Vitomin itself, so my power station, or it's a combination of the set power going into some sleep mode with the Vitomin kind of doing the same thing. So I have been talking to set power, I've been talking to Vitomin, but I'm leaning toward that it's a problem with the Vitomin brand specifically, and here's why. I actually tried the fridge on my small Vitomin 600 and it did the exact same thing. So I'm wondering if this is a Vitomin power station issue, and I will be curious to see what they say, because I didn't have the problem with my Alpacool fridge. I didn't have the problem with the F4C TMP, whatever the brand is called. I didn't have that issue with that fridge, and I didn't have the issue with the set power turning off when I was using my van powers. So all of these things together, I've been completely racking my brain, but I'm leaning toward it being a power station brand specific issue. So what I'm going to do is this next week, I'm in town for not even another 48 hours at this point. I'm going to be using my old fridge with my Vitomin. Now in Sierra Vista, we're not going to have cool fall weather like we did this past week. And I personally love the chillier weather. The people that I'm camping with, not so much. They like it a little bit warmer. So it is going to be in the 80s with like a low of 60 at night. So this will give me another chance to continue troubleshooting the issue. I really don't want to have to go back to using my van power station because I just don't like it. I just don't like it. But I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to run all these tests and figure it out, because even after doing all this research on the internet, I can't find anything. So I hope that the person that I've been working with at Vitomin is able to help me out. In the meantime, I decided that I wanted to start carrying some more stuff in my van, because I have the space. I have my rooftop box. My rooftop box is barely, like, it's not even full. It's maybe half full. And I even have room in my trunk space. So I started carrying an extra Cabela's bag with like socks, undies, a couple towels, just backup stuff like that. And I also packed more items like extra butane, an extra lint roller, extra wipes, just a little bit of extra everything, because I realized I have the space, so I might as well. And since I'm going to be in my van more often, starting now, and at my home base less, I just think that it'll be a little more convenient for me to carry stuff around. I also filled up this top storage with items as well, so I can make sure that I am always set. This is the storage bin where I keep the extra items that I don't use very often. And so this is what I'll be filling up with some of those items that I mentioned. I'm also going to be reintegrating my stand-up Yargo panel instead of my Rock Pal. So I'm going to give my Rock Pals a break, keep it in my garage, and use my Yargo. And then I also have the foldable one that's just always in here. So it's time to get restocked. Here is some of the items that I'm restocking. Like I said, toilet paper, butane lint roller. I forgot I have this little bottle opener, so I'm going to put that in here. Wipes. Y'all remember when I thought my shower broke and I ordered a new one? Well, it turns out the battery was just wet. So after it dried, it's been working fine. But in my garage, I also realized I have another battery. So I will be adding my spare battery. I filled up all of my wipe bags. So I have 3 wipe bags that I keep in the van. I filled them all up, but still wanted to bring an extra pack of the Kirkland wipes because I got like 900 wipes for $16 at Costco recently. I forgot to mention that in my Cabela's bag, I also have like a couple tank tops, an extra beanie, some sweaters for Wynston. So really stuff that I don't necessarily need right now because of the weather, or I may just need backup stuff, whatever. So that's what's in my rooftop box. So my meetup, okay, so this last season, so this year in January, I had a YouTube meetup the 3rd week of January. It ended up being bad timing, but also good timing because 3 days before my meetup, my senior dog Penny passed away. So it was difficult, but it was also really amazing because everyone there was very sympathetic and gave me their kind words, and it helped to be around so many incredible people when I was grieving and really needed that healing. So it was awesome. And I expected like 5 to 10 people to show up to my YouTube meetup, and there ended up being about like 40 to 50 of us. So it was tremendous. The plan this next season is to have it in January again, but I want to have it earlier in January. And I'm going to do 2 nights instead of 1 night. And what was fun is that some people stayed from very beginning to very end. Some people were there for like the afternoon. Some people were there for just an hour to say hi. It was awesome. Like no matter what you wanted to do, you could just show up and leave or stay and hang out and whatever. So everyone's free to come and go. But this time I want to do 2 nights. That way it kind of opens up availability for people who may not be able to come like that one particular night. And I just want more time to like talk to people, spend time. I want to offer to help people like clean and organize their van. So like one afternoon we might have like a cleaning afternoon. And I'm also going to have a free and donation pile. So I've already started to gather things like from my van that I don't use anymore or haven't used, or just all sorts of items. I'm collecting a box of stuff so people can take it as they need it. So if you are coming to Quartzsite, you think you may have things that you want to donate, you're not sure, start thinking about it. If you have space to bring items that you'd like to give away to fellow van lifers, I invite you to do so. And I will be sharing more of those details as we get closer, but I just wanted to throw it out there so everyone kind of has it on their mind and they know, you know what I'm thinking as well. So with that being said, less than 48 hours till I head out to Sierra Vista. It's a 3.5-hour drive south to meet up with all of my friends, and it is going to be a hell of a week, or 10 days, or however long we're going to stay there. So my sister comes into town at the end of the month, and that's all I have on my agenda. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video all the way through. I hope you will stick around for fun content with my friends this coming week, and I will see you next time.